How's it going, guys? Vegan Howler, unrealliving.com in Cairns, Queensland. So the topic for today is relationships. Are you ready to be in a relationship? Is that something that you should be looking at right now in your life, or is it something that you should be waiting until? Personally, I haven't been in a serious romantic relationship with a girl for over 3 years now. And reason for that is that last one kind of left me a little kind of crazy, a little kind of distraught. And I kind of made a point to myself. I made a mission. I'm like, I'm going to build my life around myself. I'm going to be happy with myself before I get into another serious relationship with another girl. So it's something that it's been a conscious decision on within my own mind that I wanted to take the time to work out my life. Now I haven't been celibate that whole time. I've had flings or whatever you wanna call them during that time, but I actually haven't been seriously emotionally with another girl for over 3 years now. It's been, and it's something that I see. What I see on Facebook is I see a lot of people getting into relationships. I see a lot of people getting engaged and married. A lot of people that I've talked to in the past, and I can just sense that they just don't have their shit together. They don't have their life together, and they're jumping into a relationship with somebody, and I just can see it ending terribly. In a lot of cases, I can just see that these people are not emotionally in the right place. They're just not mentally in the right place to have a serious relationship. It's not something that you should necessarily take lightly. And it's something that I guess I kind of did in the past. I didn't really care too much about the other person that much, I guess, in that sort of way. I just kind of, just willy-nilly went into it. And I mean, a lot of people end up getting really, really hurt from relationships that end very poorly. And so with kind of a lifestyle, especially if you want to have a lifestyle of travel and adventure, if you have a partner, it's going to make it. It's not impossible, but it's something that you definitely have to consider, because you're going to have to probably make some compromises along the way. And if you're not someone who necessarily wants to make a lot of compromises in their life, then maybe a relationship is not necessarily something that you really need in your life. And maybe it's not something that you should be looking for. If you're looking for a certain emotion from a relationship, say you're looking for security, or say you're looking for love, the thing that you should actually really be focusing on is yourself, and focusing on feeling secure in yourself, loving yourself. Because once you finally start to feel those emotions about yourself, you can actually, it's a lot easier to feel those emotions for somebody else. So if you love yourself, it's much, much easier to love others. But if you don't even love yourself, how can you truly, deeply love somebody else? So definitely with this lifestyle of travel and adventure, and it's going to be tough to have a relationship. It really, really is. It is not impossible. I do have friends that are together who travel around the world with their partners, but one thing that I do kind of hear often is that, they say, I kind of have to make compromises, right? So if it's not something that you necessarily want to do, you don't want to make compromises. I don't personally want to make a lot of compromises in my life because I have big, lofty goals. So a relationship for me is not necessarily something that I want, but the thing is that you can still have amazing friendships with lots of people and still have that feeling of love in your life. Like if that's something that you really, really want, you're loving yourself and you're like, I really want to share that with others, you start to feel like, I don't really need a relationship. I'm doing my own thing. I'm loving my own thing. I don't necessarily need to get into a serious relationship with somebody else. Maybe, hey, if it comes along, that's great, but it's not something that you want to necessarily be focusing on. Personally, I'm probably my life is at a point right now where I'm constantly traveling. I'm only in certain places for at max 3 to 4 months, and then I'm moving on to another place. And then when I go back to Southeast Asia, I'm going to be in a new place every few weeks. So it's not like I necessarily can have a relationship, but it's actually something that I want now. I feel like I'm in the best place right now to have one, because I actually enjoy myself a lot, and I have my own life, and it's not like a girl would really kind of knock me off my path there and make me do some weird, crazy things that I normally wouldn't do. Like, I'm very set in my own life, and I mean, I would kind of see it as, you know, her just kind of joining the party, right? Joining the party of my life. So definitely, relationships, something that you definitely have to think about, because you know what, relationships lead to a lot of different things. It can lead to financial dependence on each other. You can get credit cards together, you get married, you get divorced, and then it's just a whole shitstorm. And I've seen it a lot. I used to work for a credit card company. A lot of couples have those joint financial accounts, and that can make for just a huge clusterfuck of a disaster if you guys ever break apart. So absolutely, if you want to live the unreal life, it's going to be tough to have a relationship, something that you want to take very seriously and something that you can't really take that lightly. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.